Cats. Those furry, independent creatures who rule our homes and our hearts. They're known for their love of naps, their disdain for Mondays, and of course, their utter hatred of water. Seriously, show a cat a bathtub and they'll look at you like you've just grown a second head. It's a classic comedy routine, the splish, the splash, the frantic scramble to dry land. But have you ever wondered why our feline overlords have such an aversion to the wet stuff? The truth is, cats' hatred of water is a fascinating mix of evolutionary quirks and sensory overload. From their desert-dwelling ancestors to their super-powered noses, there are a few key reasons why most cats would rather chase a laser pointer than take a dip in the pool. So, grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and get ready to dive into the hilarious truth about why cats hate water. Picture this: the sun-baked deserts of ancient Africa, where cats first strutted onto the evolutionary stage. These early felines didn't exactly have the luxury of lounging by a swimming pool. Water was scarce, and survival meant avoiding it whenever possible. Over time, cats evolved to conserve water like it was going out of style. They developed super-efficient kidneys that could extract every last drop of moisture from their food. They even figured out how to cool down without breaking a sweat, or should we say a purr. Now fast forward a few thousand years and those desert survival instincts are still hardwired into our feline friends. That primal fear of the unknown, the instinct to stay dry and conserve energy, it's all part of their DNA. So, the next time you see your cat giving the side-eye to a puddle, just remember, they're not being jerks, they're just channeling their inner desert survivor. Let's talk about senses, people. Cats experience the world in a completely different way than we do. Their sense of smell, for example, is about 14 times stronger than ours. Imagine walking into a bakery and being bombarded by the smell of fresh bread times 14. That's everyday life for a cat. Now, imagine that same super-sensitive nose encountering a bowl of tap water. Suddenly, they're not just smelling water, they're smelling the chlorine, the minerals, the faint trace of whatever your goldfish had for lunch last week. It's enough to make anyone swear off swimming for life. And let's not forget about the feeling of wet fur. Cats are meticulous groomers, and they take great pride in keeping their coats clean and dry. Let's be honest, the phrase bath time doesn't exactly inspire joy in the heart of a cat. For many felines, a bath is a traumatic experience that ranks right up there with a trip to the vet or a vacuum cleaner chase. They hate the feeling of being wet, they hate the loss of control, and they definitely hate the indignity of being towel-dried by a giant, clumsy human. Of course, there are always exceptions to the rule. Some cats are total water babies who love nothing more than a good splash in the sink. But for the most part, bath time is a recipe for comedy gold. The frantic meows, the desperate attempts to escape, the look of utter betrayal in their eyes. It's enough to make you wonder if you've committed a cardinal sin. Section 5. Not all cats hate water, the aqua feline. Now before we paint all cats as water-hating fiends, let's give a shout-out to the feline rebels who actually enjoy a good swim. Certain breeds, like the Turkish Van and the Bengal, are known for their love of water. These cats haven't forgotten their desert roots. They've just decided to embrace the wet side of life. And even if your cat isn't a natural-born swimmer, there are still ways to make water less terrifying for them. Try introducing them to water gradually with a shallow dish or a dripping faucet. You can also make bath time less stressful by using lukewarm water, a cat-specific shampoo, and plenty of positive reinforcement. Who knows, with a little patience and understanding, you might just have a water-loving cat on your hands. Some cats, believe it or not, actually enjoy playing with water. It's not very common, but it does happen. These cats might splash around in a sink or even take a dip in a shallow pool. It's fascinating to see how diverse feline behavior can be. Despite all the theories and observations, the mystery of why most cats dislike water remains unsolved. It could be a combination of evolutionary history, sensory preferences, and individual personality. One thing is clear though, cats are complex creatures with unique quirks. So, while we may never fully understand why cats hate water, we can appreciate the diversity of their behaviors and the richness they bring to our lives. Whether they're avoiding water or occasionally playing in it, cats continue to captivate us with their mysterious ways. If you enjoyed learning about cats and their curious relationship with water, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the animal world.